This YouTube video is brought to you by Retorto Family Books. Check out www.Retorto Family Books, where you can find books written by your host, Marc Retorto, including The Cabal, The Saga Begins, and Marc is the Vampire, as well as books written by his daughter, Christina Retorto, including Invisible Girl and A Little Bit Louder.
Everyone, welcome back to the Rocking with Marc YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking again about the Agile guitar. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the upgrades I did, okay? Now, it was more than just, actually I should call it a mod, not just an upgrade. Okay, so, originally I was just going to change the bridge pickup and put my Metallor pickups that I took out of my other guitar. And then I was like, but I couldn't split coil it, because that's what I did to this thing. Not only did I upgrade the pickups, I also split coiled it. And what I had to do in order to do that is I had to install a push pot. And most guitars you got two pull pots, but what I did is I put one master push-pull volume pot, so you could pull it and you could split coil them both at the same time. So that was the reason why I had to get new humbuckers. And I was originally going to go with Dragonfire because they had a good review. Or Guitar, I think it's Guitar Heads. I think it was the other one. They're both very good pickups. I'll put links down below. I actually have Dragonfire Crusaders and one of the guitars I'm going to review in the future. I like them. I think they're really good for the price. But for this one, because I never put those in, they came in, and I didn't want to have any issues. If there was an issue with a pickup, that's why I usually don't buy my pickup shoes, because I had very bad experiences when I buy them off eBay. So what I did is I decided to go with Seymore Duncan pickups. So I splurged, and I got them from Amazon, because if you got any issues with Amazon, you can send them back, no problems. So in the neck, we got the Jazz. I think it's called the Jazz 2N, I believe. Oh, there'll be links down below for the ones I bought. And this is the Seymore Duncan Custom 5. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you go on YouTube videos and you see comparisons between like Metallor pickups and Seymore Duncans, or Dragonfire and Seymore Duncan pickups, they actually don't really sound that different. I'm actually thinking it's probably the person's amp, or maybe it's because you're watching it through the video. But let me tell you, there's a big difference when you're actually playing it on your own. Now, the original pickups in here, I have them in another video, but I'll add it to this video, clip of it. When we come back through the miracle of editing, you'll see that. They weren't bad. Actually, I thought they were pretty good. The bridge pickup, though, I think needed a little bit more output, just a little bit more oomph. So that's why I wanted to change it. And I figured while I'm changing it, let me modify the guitar so it can have extra tones, because I wanted this guitar to be just as good as like a Gibson Les Paul. So I decided, let's go with the split coil, and let me figure out how to put push-pull pots in there. And I was very happy and pleased with it. So when we come back, I'll step you through, show you pictures and so forth and a wiring diagram of how I actually modified this guitar. So if anybody wants to put a master push-pull pot in the guitar, they'll learn how. And when you go online and do the diagrams, first of all, there was very few diagrams to show you how to do this. And the diagrams, what I found out is everything is done differently. One person may have it this one way, one person may have it another way, and there's two different types of wiring. There's 50s wiring, and there's modern wiring. I went with the modern wiring, and there's a reason why I did it. Is because it's simpler. I didn't have to do extra welding. I didn't have to run two capacitors from the tone pot to the volume pot. I left everything else alone, so there was only one pot that I changed. So that's another reason why I went with the master volume pot and with the modern wiring. But we'll go through that when we come back. And then at the end, I'll play you some sound samples. And again, you'll see the pickups with the original pickups on here with me playing from the other video. I'll add it to this video. And you could tell because they have different cover plate. It was covered with chrome plates, which is kind of what I wanted to do with this one, but I just could not find one for the Seymore Duncan pickups. I bought a pair on Amazon, and had to return it because it didn't fit correctly. And that was one of the reasons why I was originally going to go ahead with Guitar Fetish or Dragonfire. Guitar Fetish was another option I was going to go through. But they ran out of stock. So good luck, good for Guitar Fetish. They ran out of stock. Because I actually was going to buy their whole wiring system. Because they have a plug-and-play harness. You could plug it right in and the pickup snap right in, so there's not soldering. I was actually going to go with that and make my life easier, but I waited one day to make my decision, and it's got sold out. Well, anyway, so you can definitely tell which, other than the fact that I got a beard now, back then I didn't have it when I did it, the covers were on the original, the pickups that were originally used guitar had chrome pickups. All right, so when we come back, you'll see. I'll go through the whole process. I have pictures, and I'll show you everything, and then we'll do some tone comparisons. All right. See you soon.
All right, guys. Before I show you a little pictures and go into the tones of the Agile guitar after the modification, I wanted to show you the wiring diagram before and after. This is the first diagram. So this is what it would look like inside the Agile guitar before I put the push-pull pots. So what I did is I just replaced the bridge volume pot, which was right here, which would be right here. That's the only thing I changed. So when we come back, I'll show you how I changed that. Everything else is the same. I left the capacitor, the tone capacitors, and the other volume pot. And I did that because I didn't want to have to change the wiring. I didn't want to have to reroute the wires for the output jack or the three-way toggle switch. So I just replaced it, and I left. This is what's called modern wiring. So I left the capacitors on the tone pots as they are. Okay, so the next wiring diagram will be kind of what I did, but I have to explain it in more detail because it wasn't exactly the same. All right, guys, so this is the wiring diagram I based my work on. I'll put a link into it in the video description. So basically, in this diagram, they're using a volume pot too, so it kind of makes sense. But the difference is you had to have the capacitors going from the volume pots to the tone pots. I didn't do that. I left it exactly where they were as in the other drawing, where they were on top. Grounded to the top of the tone pots, and the same here, grounded to the tone pots. And what they don't show, which is what I had to do, is the third spot here. The bottom of the tone pot, that's where you ground it to this. You ground it to the side of the volume pot. You have to do it on both ends in order to have, so it'll be here, grounding here. Actually, maybe I'll do that. Hold on. right here. I had it grounded here on this side and then on the other side. I had it grounded here. If you don't ground it, then it won't split. Okay. So what I did is I took the hot lead wire and you wire it the same. You go to the first leg on the volume pot, Then you take the ground and you ground it to the top of the volume pots. Same. That's basically what I did here. So the grounding was the same. The wiring was the same. It's the other two wires, which I think are red and white, right? If you're using Seymore Duncan pickups, the green and the bare are the ground. So you tie them together and you ground them on top of the volume pots. The black, I think, is if I'm not mistaken, is the hot wire that goes to the first leg here, right here, on the volume pots here and here. Hopefully you can see that. And then the ground, you ground it on top, and then the red and the white, you tie them together, and you tie one to this side, and then the other one to this side here. Hopefully that helps. But either way, you'll have the wiring diagram link as to where I got this in the description. But the main thing is you have to ground both sides of the bottom legs on top of the push-pull part in order to split coil both of them. Alright guys, so what I did is I pulled the strings apart so I could change the pickups without ripping out the strings. I then used rope to pull the pickup wires through the cavity. And as you can see, there's the push-pull pot. And then you'll see, after I wired it up, those are the pickups, what it looks like with the new pickups in the guitar.
I'll just play some, let you guys hear it a little bit. So that was the neck. I mean the bridge. This will be the combination of them two. Now the neck. Now we'll put on some, we'll go right to the overdrive. Lower the volume a little bit so I can wake my kids up. So that's the neck. This will be the neck and the bridge. Now for the bridge. Alright guys, let's look at some tones. Let's do clean neck without split coiling first. Split coil. Both pickups without the split coil. Split coil. Neck without, bridge without split coil. Split coil. And now we'll do bridge on crunch. Both pickups on crunch. Overdrive. Overdrive with both pickups. Oh wait, that's clean, sorry. Overdrive 1. Overdrive 1, both pickups. My eyes are a little out of whack this morning. Alright. Now we'll do overdrive 2, both pickups again, and then we'll go to the neck. Okay. Again, we'll do the neck crunch. Alright, now we'll go to overdrive 1. Overdrive 2. And that was the neck. Now let's go back to the bridge. Even though we did the bridge already, but let's check it out. One last time. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, I'm very happy with the upgrades, I should say the modifications I made to my Agile guitar. I think I'll put it right up there with any Gibson, even the LTD C1000 guitar that I will show you in another review that I bought for myself recently. I liked the guitar before. I loved the neck. I loved the way it looked. But now with the new pickups and with the ability to split coil it with the modifications I made to it, I love it even more. It's a killer guitar. Hopefully this video will help you learn how to split coil, with a master tone or volume pot of your choice. And I highly recommend the Seymore Duncan Jazz Neck pickups. I think it's Jazz N2 pickups. Again, there'll be links down below. And the bridge is the Seymore Duncan Custom 5. I gotta say now, I'm spoiled, man. Once you go to those higher end pickups, I don't know if I can go back to anything else. I do plan probably in the future, maybe modifying my Tiger card then and maybe trying the Dragonfire pickup, so I put a different pickup or doing that to my Ibanez, which I'll show you guys later. But we'll see. All right, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And stay tuned and keep on rocking.